So here's Bukic, who was excellent yesterday. He's been solid throughout the tournament. Now firing again, deep, turning, and just beyond the reach of Von Brown. They've thrown two in their first two snaps. And here's Hernandez looking, and McDaniel the catch, and Williams pulls the flag. So Brody Bukic back out there. And you see now number 11, Andrew Ho, in motion to get the ball back to Bukic, and another deep ball here, and Brown, the intended receiver. Niners more than 10 yards off, only one rushes, that's Bayrow. Hernandez delivers middle of the field, and the catch made.
The bunch formation here.
Play fake, again to his left, the sack, Bayrow. Got a hand on the right hip.
Linebacker, and his rushes make this ball come out quickly.
Third down, long snap, nice fielding of it by Hernandez. Got away from Bayrow, gonna throw, it's caught! And the flag is pulled on 3rd and goal, just shy of the end zone.
Yeah, the flag's pulled.
As he breaks away, the flag is pulled before the ball breaks.
Yeah.
At least from there, it looks like it's really close, though.
I just don't see enough in the video evidence that would tell me to overturn it. I'm gonna stick with the call on the field.
The ruling on the field is reversed. Touchdown.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
How about that?
It rewards a touchdown.
Yep. Here's the try for the point.
You don't want to go down a couple scores to this Panthers team.
Bukic, the quarterback. Quick throw here to the near side. And the catch made. Kobe Anusin.
And then now a missed snap results in the punt.
Hernandez firing a bullet.
Double dip, try to get one right before this clock expires.
Hernandez, middle of the field, another catch, tried to get to the midline.
Bunch formation.
Hernandez back across the middle, that's McDaniel. Flag is pulled. Snap again, play fake, Hernandez to his left. And boy, Jake Casado with a big catch.
He's gonna roll to his left.
Here's Hernandez to the end zone, batted in the air. Oh, what a play. Niners.
Yeah, just throwing it into traffic. The one thing I've learned throughout my years of football, when you're gonna throw into traffic, that ball has to be belt high or lower.
Hey.
Ironically,
Get him, eat. Coach
Coach Russell talked to McDaniel and to Hernandez. That ball got batted away and then caught falling off the back line, Figueroa.
Result of the play is touchdown.
It's a touchdown for the Panthers.
He's rolling out, and I believe it was Andrew Ho who got the hand up. It was Andrew Ho, number 11. He got the hand up, deflects the ball, but right into the arms.
Throw, middle of the field. What a bullet that was.
Wow.
Hernandez to the back line. Jamal Stanley. This is it.
You're feeling like this is 4-down territory.
Absolutely, right? Bukic from under center. Quick step to the right. And the catch is made.
This is kind of the ball game right here, I feel like, Wes. If they don't
agree.
score a touchdown here, I think this game's almost over.
Play fake. Bukic to the end zone. That ball caught and a touchdown. A look at the throw.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable throw, but just watch the ability to know where you're at on the field. Anusa grabs that football 2 feet inbounds, and that's a touchdown. Right on that. Look how close he was to going out of bounds. The awareness to get both feet in 19 seconds.
There's the snap. Bukic the fake. And he'll fire upfield, breaking away. This is Williams down the sideline. Touchdown! So Benjamin Williams, one of the great stories of the NFL Flag Championship. He diagnosed with leukemia at a younger age, started playing flag after he beat the blood cancer. Bukic rolls, throws, it is caught! And a flag down, Kobe Ansa, the 2-point conversion.
Result of the play is try for 2 is good.
He gets up, knows where the mark, where the touchdown is, where the end zone is. He turns, that ball's delivered on time, and he's had to make what I call a combat catch, knowing that all guys are going to be around him. It's going to be traffic. It's going to get hit.
Some kind of finish. Panthers on the play, and backline Figueroa. Bukic takes a snap, hands it. Williams going to throw back to Brody, caught it, and they win! Andrew Ho turned and threw it back to Brody Bukic, and the 49ers advance in overtime.
Quarterfinals.
One of the talented guys coaching NFL flag. Here is Lund dodging Rivera, going to make the throw. It's caught across the line. Evan Cunningham's first touch. And the flag pulled, so now 3 downs to score for Henderson, Nevada.
Yeah, but just a nice job by Lund, the quarterback. What does he do? He makes Rivera miss. Just a little bit of a sidestep, but I love the way he gathered himself, didn't rush the throw, made a nice layered throw over that defender right there for enough to get past mid.
Good guy to get the ball to. Here's Von Schiller on 3rd down. Back to Hemingway again, and he breaks the midline, and down the near sideline, he'll score. How about that? Cam Hemingway in the end zone, and Clifton Park takes the lead.
You know, Wes, I laugh because we were just talking about the penalty, but sometimes things like that happen, and now a message is almost sent to the Raiders like, okay, I don't want to get ran over again. And so I think now you saw a business decision.
And here's Lund, the quarterback. Fake the inside handoff. Rivera there, missed on the flag. Wheel route, and down the side goes Luke Jappy, and a flag got pulled. No, Jappy was able to sneak into the end zone. I thought for a moment that Alec Frazier had made the play. No, huge explosive for the Raiders to get on the board.
Again, that's all from the quarterback, right? Making a guy miss in Rivera, and all the attention was on Lund. Look, he had the fake, makes Rivera miss, but nobody picked up Jappy, to your point. And all he does is just race into the end zone. One little side twist move, no flag pulled, and that's a touchdown for the Raiders.
6-all the score now to take the lead. Lund stands now to his left, throws, and the catch made. Backline grab, Logan Swint. Von Schiller pumps, Walling there, sack. Chase Walling has been terrific once we got to bracket play.
Yeah, I told you, he's my player of the game in terms of the way this tournament has been. The best defensive player I've seen. Just the angle that he takes at the quarterback, and he didn't really have to do much. Just he puts the hands up. It may be subtle, but just his hands going up, it distracts the quarterback because the quarterback thinks.
Here's Lund again. Pumps. And Rivera got to him. Quickly flew by, grabbed the flag. Well, it's hard to see that he got it. But Alex Rivera once again posts a sack.
Yeah, Lund was trying to let go of the football, but it was just great coverage down the field.
Rivera is the center. Snap again a little high. Von Schiller going to loop it for Alex Rivera, who caught it. Flag is pulled in the secondary. Nick Morris was there. But now not only across the midline, they're just outside the 5.
Yeah, nice job by Rivera, turning his head around, just a streaking down the field. Morse was right there. He's only 5'10". Rivera right there, 5'10" as well, but able to extend.
Now Clifton Park to work with 3 snaps. Von Schiller, quick throw into the corner of the end zone on the front side. Goes Jacob Turner.
Of a little bit of a shield by Finnegan, because there's nobody there.
Lund to his left, shoveled it inside, and it was caught for the score. Logan Swint.
You get the snap from center, and it's just a quick jab step to the right just to freeze the defense. It doesn't have to take long, but that quick jab to the right froze.
Number 7. Snap is high, Von Schiller catches it. Heaving to the end zone. Down there's Rivera, it's caught, Finnegan! He caught it! Sean Finnegan, the touchdown!
Play results in a touchdown. Timeout was called with 6 seconds left. Please reset the clock to 6 seconds.
But wow, Finnegan from Von Schiller.
Von Schiller almost didn't catch the snap.
And he threw a true prayer all the way up, and Finnegan at 5'10" goes up and brings that one down.
Good thing he stayed in the game.
Jailbreak, that's the play.
Yep. So here's the extra point. This is for 1, and Rivera is going to back up down the field. and try and exercise as much of the clock as he can, and he does. And that ends the game. Clifton Park, New York beats Henderson, Nevada 18-13 to advance to the semifinals.
Wow, what a finish.
About that?
What a finish. They get down to their last play, and what could have been a mishandled snap turns into a throw up to the end zone. Sean Finnegan with the catch, and then running out the clock. Here's that throw one more time. Just lets it go, and that ball hangs in the air, but nobody's boxing out. Everybody was kind of looking around. Nobody's looking at Finnegan, who was the underneath receiver. And there, you're just taught to knock that ball down. You're just taught to get up there as a defender, knock the ball down. They didn't do that, and Finnegan hauled it in for the game winner.
Wow, what another dramatic play here this afternoon in the quarterfinals. Jeffrey Jones is the head coach of this group from Clifton Park, New York. Slap it right on there, Sean Finnegan. You bet. 18-13.
Deep ball. Whoa! What a grab! A one-handed snatch by Pagero.
He's going to try to really squeeze this ball in there. Tight coverage and the one-handed grab there by Pagero. Unbelievable.
Put that in the sports eligible in this 5-on-5. Pressure coming. And a sack. And a beautiful flag pull by Rylan Williams, who is as versatile on both sides of the ball as we've seen. And a hook up on first down for a massive gain inside the 10-yard line. It's Pagley again, and Pags, who looks up to Ryan Williams of Bama, is having a big-time first half. From under center, little play fake and a connection with Jace Robinson back in the game for the touchdown.
Right here, they're going to fake this quick throw, and then you're going to see Robinson just sneak behind. All the defense sucks up, and the big target wide open in the end zone. What a start for this Ravens team, not just on offense, but on defense. They're facing the #1 offense in the tournament.
Orby fires to the slant, and a reach across the goal line. Was he in? Indeed. And it's a 7-0 lead over Jacksonville. Ravens 5. So no reason not to go for it here. Gets rid of it into the end zone. Right! One hand! Wow!
A backhand one-hander. This is just a jump ball from Dalton Motes. Watch the catch. Oh my God.
And to complete the route through the contact even before that.
That is the end of the
That is truly unbelievable. Time maybe work to his left.
Looking left, coming back right. To right. And he made the catch.
Bryson Wright tracked this ball. He has no space. He's within a yard of the sideline. The body control to catch that with two hands on the back shoulder, keep his feet in bounds.
Looking for him. And got it.
Get inside the 10-yard line or so. It's put Bryson on the goal line and let him box out. That ball's a little behind. There's tight defender in coverage and strong hands through the catch from Bryson Wright. I mean, obviously.
Better brakes in my rental car. That one to the outside on second down. A beautiful move on the dip. And an explosion for the first down for Pagero.
Execute the hip drop here. You got two guys coming in for the flag. You got to keep your knee off the ground. Look at that. Nearly a full squat, keeps the knees off the ground, avoids both defenders, and a big run after the catch for the Ravens.
Just 83 yards on a 50-yard field. They're going deep down the sideline again, and a bomb complete for the touchdown to Keldon Dupree.
He has got to get over to that side as the quarterback Dalton Motes drifts left. Safety's got to drift with him, and he's late getting there. You can see the frustration from Jace Robinson there underneath, thinking he had safety help over the top.
Barrick Orby drops back to the goal line, heaves it middle of the field, and Bryson Wright's got a pick. An interception for the big fella, and he's going to try to take it all the way.
With that crossing route or that sail route, when you got two over the top, that means somebody's open underneath. but the rush got really close to Orby, panicked him a little bit. That's really the first bad decision we've seen from him, and another monster play.
Moats waiting for the pitch. Here's the lob. And Wright's got another. Caught it right over the top of his teammate, Jaden Timmon. And now the Jaguars can start extending the reservations to a semifinal Sunday. Orby lets it go and bobbled. Caught! Touchdown Ravens! What a play by Jace Robinson! What a way to cap it off for the Ravens. They'll leave with a good feeling despite the loss after this.
This had a little more flavor of Auburn. Was that a couple years ago?
Yeah, before the kick six.
A decade ago or so. That tip Hail Mary at the end of the game for a touchdown.
So 1st and goal from the 1. Kramer pushes, and there's Hermisora with the touchdown. And the Giants able to put together a lengthy drive,
Touchdown,
extended
Giants.
by the
for
penalty. The Giants will go for 1 from the 5.
The only flag football where your center can be the leading receiver.
That's right.
Remember, everybody's eligible. You take over.
Hermisora trying to pick it up, and he does. And they'll have a 7-point lead.
Only get about 3.5, maybe 5 a game.
Oh, he's picked up. Look who it is. Hermisora again.
Boy, offense and defense, the middle of the field is Hermisora's. Look at the length. 6 foot, just kind of playing the eyes of the quarterback. Full extension for the interception. See the pressure in the face of Morales. Kind of caused him to throw that one a little bit behind his target. He wants to get that out in front, the long arms. Just too much. That's what, his 5th reception now? 4 on offense, 1 on defense. He's a machine right now for this Giants team.
But the Falcons 2nd in this tournament, averaging a hair under 20 points a game. They go at the end around, chance to throw deep down the sideline. There's the offense. And Matthew Preedy takes it to the house on the first play from scrimmage.
Oh, we've been singing the praises of Hermisora on offense and defense. This time, watch the big man here is just going to get his eyes caught in the backfield. He's going to let this wheel route run right by him as he's watching the quarterback. And that's all they needed for Preedy to get open down the sideline, and that's the answer. I mean, this is an offense, like you said, that's used to putting up points. It was a slow start.
Now 2nd and goal. Looking for a throwback. That's not there. And delivers. Intercepted at the goal line. And a return for the Falcons will give them the possession on a steal by Delvin Brooks Jr.
Boy, late on the sideline, Kramer trying to force this one back across his body. This is a long throw to make. Just didn't put enough on it. The first real mistake we've seen from Alex Kramer today.
So the Falcons get it. Kramer, pump fake to Hermisora, wanted to go deep. And it's tipped and intercepted. Another takeaway by the Falcons. It's Tyler Bryant with the steal, and the Falcons have a short field and the clock in their favor.
Oh, Tyler Bryant does a great job of staying focused on this one. He's playing over-the-top coverage, tips and overthrows. They say you got to get those.
We got a legal forward pass on the offense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
Wow.
Mena rolling left, pitches it back to the right for the score, and a touchdown by Major. It was signaled a touchdown on the near side. Let's see what could have transpired. The Giants 4th in midfield. Kramer lets it go, tipped and caught. It's Hermisora. He's got a 1st down, and he takes it inside the 10. They can still stop the clock with a pair of timeouts.
Wow, unbelievable concentration. That one was kind of just thrown up.
20 seconds to play. Clock can only stop with a timeout or an injury. Kramer fires, and he's intercepted at the goal line, and the Falcons will escape. Delvin Brooks Jr. with his 2nd pick of the game. Man, oh man, what an effort by Alex Kramer, but this Giants team is going to come up just short.
This is the end of the ball game.